Wow.
We're at the start of a 5-week road trip around New Zealand, driving the length of the country in our camper van and absolutely loving it, despite a couple of setbacks.
Well.
Okay, we're not having the greatest luck for the start of this trip, but I'm enjoying it either way.
Yeah. In the last episode, we finally hit the road and made our way to Hot Water Beach in the Coromandel. Apparently, along with 5,000 other Kiwis who were on school holidays and also decided that the middle of winter was the best time to visit the beach.
Today we're driving just over 200 kilometres to Rotorua. Over the next few days we'll be ticking off some of the best things to do, getting a little bit extreme, getting very extreme. Oh my days! And balancing that out with some relaxing as well. But today isn't just a boring old 3-hour drive inland. We're breaking it up with a pretty important stop, something New Zealand is famous for and one of the most requested activities for us to check out.
We're finally going to the Hobbiton Movie Set as part of a tour we've booked with Klook. It's $89 per person and the links are below if you're interested in finding out more. Whether you're a Lord of the Rings and Hobbit fan or you're like me and you haven't seen the movies, it's super interesting to see the behind the scenes and some of the tricks of the trade.
But we actually almost didn't even make it there in time for our tour.
Our alarm was set for a weekday, but it's a weekend, so we have half an hour to get ready and get on the road. But I think we're managing.
Yeah, we've got coffee going on. We're going to make coffee so we can chuck in the keep cups, drink it as we drive.
And we got toast going on behind you because we ran out of plugs.
Some toast back over here.
Smelling very burny in here. I'm not sure what that is. Must be the toaster.
Yeah, we got this.
But I think we're gonna be fine.
We're gonna be fine. Yeah, we got time. We got time. We do just have to be conscious that yesterday what we thought was going to be about a 2-hour, 10-minute drive took closer to 3, and that's just with kind of cruising in Aston itself, and yeah, just a bit of like scenic viewing and everything, and the odd stop here and there. So hopefully we can boot it and we'll make it in time. Definitely something I love about having your entire house on wheels coming with you. We just pulled over in this little place. This is Tairua, isn't it, babe?
Tairua, yeah.
Tairua. Beautiful spot here across on this. I think this is an inlet. And what are you doing back there?
I just had to get my essentials. My lips are so dry.
And some hand
sanitizer.
sanitizer. All right, come and jump on in. Okay. Let's do this thing. Look how nice this place is. You wouldn't
want to be too wide. Look, you gotta really
get those hips in.
Through.
Anyway, we're gonna make it. We're gonna, according to our GPS, we're gonna make it with half an hour to spare. So we hustled well.
Yeah, we did well this morning. I slept so good.
Did you?
I know that we said that we overslept, and that's probably why.
Yeah, well, doesn't that show it though that we were sleeping so good that we didn't even realise?
It was way comfier than I thought it would be. The mattress is really, it looks quite thin, but it's really comfortable. And we left the heater on all night, so...
And it was only on 1, not on 2.
Oh, was it?
It could have been warmer, yeah, that was only...
I feel like that was perfect, because I didn't wake up and feel too hot.
No, I wasn't hot and I wasn't cold, which is good, because it's obviously going to get a lot colder as we go further south in New Zealand. It's just going to get a lot chillier. But I think that was a good balance. Yeah. I slept like a log, but I did wake up with a bit of a sore back. And this is probably going to be a common theme, so I'm pleased we've got 30 minutes because I think I'm going to have to get there and then do, like, I brought a foam roller with me. I'm going to have to do a quick little bit of rolling out before we go off and get our Hobbit on, but anyway. Whoa.
A couple of people here.
A lot of camper vans and caravans as well, so we're in good company. Oh, there's a sign, large camper vans. That's good to know.
Sweet.
Follow the course of the road.
No, we're gonna
5 kilometers.
No, we're gonna follow our friends. 5 kilometers? What is she talking about? We've made it to Hobbiton. Well, we haven't, we've made it to the entry point.
To the movie set, yeah. So we've parked up. I think what happens is we jump on some kind of bus which takes us up to private farmland.
There's a bunch of them floating over there. They look really nice too.
Yeah, but we were just joking before because I haven't actually seen any of the movies. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but not the full movies, just because they're not really my vibe. But I can appreciate the the sets and like the scenery and
Yeah,
the
I
story.
understand that.
and all
I've
But
seen
you've
all of them, but
Yeah.
I don't have a great memory for movies. I'm just excited to kind of see the behind the scenes of it all, I suppose, and get to see what the set looks like now. And it's just so popular. I just really want to see what it's all about.
So, the story goes, in 1998, Peter Jackson and his team were exploring New Zealand looking for the best site to film Lord of the Rings, and they stumbled across this farmland that they thought would be absolutely perfect. And then, in 1999, before construction started, the New Zealand Army actually helped them build the 1.5k road to be able to reach where the set is now.
At the time, the initial buildings weren't actually made with strong materials that could last beyond anything other than filming, so when they returned for the Hobbit Trilogy in 2009, the set was rebuilt with more permanent structures so visitors like us could come check it out.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon!
Nice to hear from you. So my name's Henry, otherwise known as the Horn Dog. I'm your driver to and from the movie location today. This lovely young lady sitting next to me, this is Kane. She's going to be looking after you as your tour guide, full of enthusiasm and excitement as she gets you out to the Hobbiton village today.
Like I said, there are 44 Hobbit holes in total here on this 12-acre movie set. Now the reason why we have the different scaled Hobbit holes was for different sized people. Now we call this little camera technique forced perspective. Now typically when we would have hobbits, shooting outside of Hobbit holes, they would be outside of the bigger ones, so they look perfect Hobbit height. And then when we needed Gandalf to walk past a Hobbit hole, he would walk past these smaller ones to give off wizard and Hobbit height as well. So pretty much if you've been tall your whole life and you want to feel like a Hobbit today, you'd stand outside the big doors. This is so cool.
Instantly, we're right in the middle of it all. This is the first 4 of 44. 44 was it, mate?
44 Hobbit holes.
44
I feel
of them.
like they're my size.
They actually are. I don't think I'd actually be able to walk in. And just behind us here is the path where Bilbo Baggins goes running off with the thing in his hand saying, "I'm going on an adventure!" And Stacey said she might recreate it.
Did I? Used to me. We just got told that this moss and lichen on the all the fence palings is actually fake. So they made it out of yogurt. What else was it? Sawdust and a couple of other things. And then they also told us that the vegetables that you can see that are in the carts, they're all fake as well. There are some real ones growing as well.
Yeah, there's a real combination of some stuff is real, some stuff is fake, and it's almost impossible to tell.
Our tour guide Kane just mentioned that somewhere in this village there's a tree made of artificial leaves, and we were reading earlier that they actually flew some leaves in from Taiwan and wired them onto the trees. And I'm looking around and I have no idea which one is fake.
They all look legit. And I have to say, this is just, like, I would live here. It's very peaceful, it's really colourful, it's really green. It's a really, really beautiful little village. If I was a hobbit, I know exactly where I'd be at. But I cannot tell which of these trees is not real.
I think she's going to point it out. Let's go find
out anyway.
So for my friends who are pointing in that direction, you are correct. Okay.
This is Bilbo's house right here. He's the one that's got the fake tree built over the top of it. It's kind of hard to tell even up close. What's in that one?
It's a little cheese store.
Oh, cool.
And they've even got meats and cheeses out here.
Oh, really? Oh.
Looks like hobbits know how to throw a party.
What can I get you?
Oh, let me.
Oh, here we go.
2 eggs, please.
2 eggs. They don't look very ripe.
I don't know if I was supposed to touch them or not. We're off to the pub.
Green Dragon is the pub, which we think is one of these ones here. And we get to have some kind of a free drink. There's 3 different types of beers or alcohols and tea and coffee as well if we're interested. But I mean, I think they're quite special beers that are made specifically for this little pub, so it'd be crazy not to. And it's past midday. What is it?
It's like a workshop.
Oh, cool. What's cooking? Is that food? No.
Cool.
Don't ask me what anything does, I have no idea, but it's cool.
Okay, we only got 20 minutes.
Yeah, let's go get
That be
bevvys.
up over there.
Yeah, I think so. Cheers! Oh, yum. We got 2 drinks. I got an apple cider and Dane got a stout. Mine's really nice and sweet, and they were explaining to us that what happens is the beers and the ciders are they're exclusive to here, but they're sent off to a local brewery and made there and then sent back.
Just getting a couple of Hobbit pies. beef and ale. Tender NZ beef cooked in a rich ale with gravy. Sounds good, $6 each. Wow, hobbits know how to eat good. These pies are delicious. So stoked that we decided to grab some food here. This definitely beats cereal in the camper van, doesn't it? So if you do come here, keep in mind, grab some food with your ales, sit next to the fire. This is a scene right here. This is a good vibe. What'd you think?
It was cool. I feel like you don't need to have seen the movies to really appreciate it still, because they show you loads of clips and stuff and you're like, oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've basically seen The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings now. I don't need to spend how many hours? It's probably a huge commitment of hours to watch all of them.
To watch all of them, oh yeah, it's a hell of a lot. I do feel like they talk about a lot of scenes as well that if you know the movies well, you would recognize them. And some of them kind of seem familiar to me, and then on the bus on the way back, they played on the screen up the top, and it's really cool to watch what you've just seen and then see the actual clips and you're like, been there! Anyway, we're gonna go.
Now we're heading to Rotorua. We're staying at the Top 10 holiday park there as well. And I think it came to about $30 something a night.
There it is. That looks like the guy.
That's the guy. It's going to take us 18 hours and 54 minutes to walk, or 1 hour and 4 minutes to drive. What do you want to do? I'm going to go with drive.
First stop, diesel. This is our first time filling it up. It's only at a quarter left already, but I think we've done, with my math, I didn't reset it perfectly, but I think we've done about 400 Ks. So my guess is we'll get about 450 to 500 for the whole tank. But diesel is only $1.21, which is pretty cheap. But it's a 75 litre tank, so should be about $100. Very slow filling. Is diesel always slower?
I have no idea.
I suppose we wouldn't know. I've never had a diesel car to know. But we pulled up and we're like, diesel, 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 because that is like not a mistake you would want to make. This is a nice place.
It looks busy.
So we're actually here for 4 nights. This is probably the longest we're staying anywhere along the trip, because if you don't know what Rotorua is all about, it is
so much to do.
So much to do. I want to say it's like the adventure capital of New Zealand, but I think Queenstown might have that official title, but there's so much to do here. And it's a premium one, so there's mineral hot pools here. We're only staying just around over here. There's like a code to get in, free unlimited Wi-Fi. Oh, yes. I am about that, because the Formula One's on and I want to watch it.
Priorities.
I don't pay for a streaming service to not have internet to be able to watch it, so I'm stoked with that. How was it?
Nicer than the last place.
Was it?
Yeah.
Would you shower in there?
Yeah.
Cool.
With jandals on.
That's good. Little lounge room. Oh, it's warm in here. I might just come and sleep in here.
Ooh, is this real? Someone looks like they have a lift.
Oh, there is a sleeping bag.
Ooh.
Even an Xbox. It's very random. And one of the things that is famous for, like world famous for, is the smell of sulfur from the geothermal activity that's going on in this place.
It smells like eggs, like rotten eggs.
The colours change every single day. Oh, we're engulfed.
Downstairs, Stacey.
Wowzers, look at all the colour.